Open Mic Production presents me, the Lunchroom. I'm the Lunchbox, but you watching the Lunchroom, the online podcast. Yeah.
You are now tuned into the Lunchroom with Greg Baker, Rochanomics, and Jolie. Brought to you by Open Mic Production.
Welcome to the Lunchroom, brought to you by Open Mic Production. My name is Greg Baker.
And I'm Jolie.
And I'm Zach Roach.
And we are the Lunchroom. And like we do every week, we're about to hop right into the topics. First person we're about to talk about is Paul Conjamin.
Wow. Unbelievable story. Unbelievable rant.
I couldn't believe it when you guys were telling me about it because I didn't get to see it all the way. I only saw like little clips of it, but just to go deep into the story, that's a little bit much.
He's crazy. He's running for mayor in some small city in Miami, and he told a lot of people to go back to Africa. He's running against a man who's a white man who actually supports reparation for blacks. So I don't know too much
Jesse
about
Neville.
that. Jesse Neville. So with that being said, just for you to say out your mouth, go back to Africa, is a big form of disrespect.
Man, he must not know his history.
Well, let me tell you something though. He's not, for him to say that, he's not the only one that thinks that. It's a lot of people out there with those same sentiments. They just scared to say it.
I just hate when people say stuff like that. Like, first of all, you guys aren't from here either. So why don't you go back to
what, the Caucasus Mountain or
what, Britain,
England?
Yeah, sometimes people speak as if they own this land. They don't own nothing here as well as either, just like us.
Nobody owns anything really that's here. That's what people need to realize.
You know what he also touched on? He also said that
your reparations came in the form of a man named Barack Obama.
And that's something funny to say because I mean, it's good that, we had a black president and whatnot, but I don't really see all the good that he really did for the black community. So for him to say that,
I'm with you on that too. I don't really see, like, I'm pretty sure President Barack Obama did some things for his people.
Yeah.
But it's not really a lot of things that I can see out back and I can really say
I disagree with both.
He looked out for.
Well, let's hear what you guys say.
I disagree with both of y'all because what President Barack Obama did, and it's just my honest opinion, was he made an opportunity that looked like it couldn't happen, can happen. He gave a lot of inspiration to let people know you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. Now, nobody ever thought we would see a black president, and he did it. So in that aspect of just giving people aspirations and inspiration to do things, he definitely did a lot for black people in that sense.
Well, we said that though. We said it was great seeing a black president. That's our form of saying like it was good for that. Yeah, that is motivation. But what
that's
he did
huge
in
though.
the house.
That's huge though.
To me,
It is huge.
That's
huge.
huge.
But we're looking at what he did holding that position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like, what you saying, I'm thinking you kind of agreeing with Paul.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm not agreeing. I'm not.
Wow, you a hater, Paul.
No, what I'm saying.
I can't say your last name.
What I'm saying, for how many years we never had somebody that looked like us in office. So for him to do that, it could be other people after him now because of that.
Now we had a lot of people in office, just not in that seat. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of blacks in office that sometimes do things for us and sometimes they just collect that little envelope with money in it. But for him to be the president now, that's a great thing. That's a great look. But moving forward, within that 8 years, we need some help, President.
Yeah.
It's some things he did. It's some things he did. Like, you don't think Obamacare helped black people out? Like,
that's the only thing that people can say though is Obamacare.
That's huge. That's health. The health.
But I'm not saying nothing bad about Barack Obama. He can only do so much.
No, I'm not saying he was perfect. He definitely
when he was there. Being the first, I'm pretty sure came with a whole lot. But I'm just saying.
He definitely had his flaws. He wasn't a perfect president by no means.
Yes, nobody's perfect.
Yeah,
he might have been the most perfect president we had almost, but I still would like for him to do more for his people. I still would like a little bit more from the black president at that time. But maybe he can do more out of office for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe they had their foot on his neck and he really couldn't do too much.
We respect you, Obama. And we still are rooting for you even though you're not in office. We need you if you can.
Definitely. So,
with that being said, though, that's just crazy that somebody would still say that though. So that's what we were talking about.
But he's talking like we didn't help build this country.
Exactly.
We was brought over here to help build this country. We was brought over here to help build wealth. So now, while we're helping build the wealth, you tell us to go back. Like, why would we leave after this place is all flourishing and everything?
Yeah, we gotta look into. Welcome to Street Talk with Jolie.
Yes, I do.
Today's topic is a little different than my usual topics. I kind of want to hit the R. Kelly cult, is what they say. I mean, he is known as like the king of R&B, especially in the streets of Chicago. But people are saying that he's holding girls against their will. Young girls, like 18, 19-year-olds, they're saying. But these girls are being seen in the streets with him. And they are coming to events and whatnot. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys feel like he's actually like having some type of cult holding them hostage? Do you guys believe what's being said?
With R. Kelly, you never know. With R. Kelly, you never really know. I mean, I don't want to defend R. Kelly, and I don't want to say he didn't do it, you know. But my thing is, from what I look at, it seems as if he's just the number one sugar daddy.
He does seem like a sugar daddy.
He's showing the sugar, doing the sugar.
But he does what he does though. I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of his situation, because it does remind me a lot of Hugh Hefner.
A lot of people saying
it's a lot
I
like
think
the
it's
Hugh Hefner.
different.
What's the difference?
Break
that down to me.
See, Hugh Hefner was like a big, you know what I'm saying, pornography guru. He was the
Does
first dude.
Does that make it acceptable though, just because he was a porn person? I mean, R. Kelly was good with his music, and he made porn music, I would say, because
R.
people
Kelly
was
allegedly
getting it
got
on.
porn, so it's
Oh, that's him.
He does have a porn.
So
He does have a
allegedly.
I'm just playing.
He does have a porn.
But you know, Hugh Hefner though made money off his women. He put them in the magazine, and they could leave.
But we don't know if these young girls.
Yeah, we don't know if they're being held against their will.
we
We
don't
can't
know
prove.
that.
No one can prove that.
People can say they're brainwashed or whatever, but we have no proof at all of what's going on.
What you think, Zach?
Listen, man, I love R. Kelly music. You know, I've had some good times on R. Kelly music, but I don't know if it's true. I don't really like the cues, but it sounds like something he would do.
It does. It does sound like something he would do. The only thing that makes me question it is the girl speaking out. Like, but she did sound a little shaky.
A little coach. She sounded like she had some PR training.
She did sound
Allegedly.
like it was a little.
Are you currently in Georgia, or where are you?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I wouldn't want to speak on that.
If he got the coat, I mean, now if the girls are just standing there and they're willingly doing it, because I'm pretty sure them girls could leave.
Are you with other roommates? Are you free to go from where you are?
No, I want to speak on that as well.
I don't know where. I'm not sure. That was the wrong word. I'm not sure if they can leave, but if they can leave, I'm pretty sure he can just get somebody else to come join that coat.
Yeah, because he's R. Kelly. That's my point.
And he's taking care of them. He's taking care of them.
They also say the girls. I mean, I read something what Kelly was saying allegedly that these girls are addicted to a high class lifestyle as well. Because I heard he had the girls in Trump Towers. I mean, he ain't saying capture to me in Trump Tower. But you know what? Moving forward, are people afraid to live now?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. The answer is 100%
Absolutely.
yes. We were actually talking about this the other day at work. One of the people that work in my office was stating how she doesn't want to go to like California or New York City just because of all the moves that Trump has been making in office. They feel like it's stirring up some type of action. And I'm like, you should be able to live your life freely. Don't think about what could happen. Just do it. So that just shows how people are thinking today.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all right, brother. But I was talking to my cousin, and he was breaking down how homicide is not even really the highest cause of death within our community.
Oh wow, what is it?
I want to say heart disease or some type of.
It is blood pressure,
things of that nature.
And that's really interesting to know, because we just see violence nonstop on the news. You would think that's like the everyday lifestyle, and people are just dying for that.
Market to push to it. So
true.
It's crazy, and then you should be really watching your food more so than who got the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, but watch who got the gun. Yeah.
But money management is what really scares me the most, I would say, because I like to live luxury a little bit, but then it's like Well, you know, I like to say luxury. I might go to a thrift store. It's thrift store luxury, I'll tell you that.
That's all
But
good.
All you gotta do is wash it. That's how you look.
wash it, it's still quality.
Yeah.
But
We all want to
still,
live good. No
when
question.
you spend a little bit of money and then you get that bill in the mail, you're like, oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't be spending this money on myself. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what, Angelique? I will say this. Our good brother, Zach, is a risk taker. He's not afraid to live. Because we talked about 4 in the last episode. This man going to see the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask you to save me some money and FaceTime and all that whole show while you out there so I can check it out.
Hey, look, I got you.
Look, he's not afraid to live.
And you can't be afraid to live. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some things I'd be like, okay, the money's a problem right now, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
But we got a short life. Like, even if we live to 100, that's still a short life.
Yeah.
So you still have to enjoy yourself. Like, whatever's going to happen to you, in my opinion, it's going to happen to you anyway.
Yeah.
It's in the plans.
It's already
written. You don't know what's going to happen. So you being afraid to go step out, you know, sometimes when you work hard, we all work here, we all got jobs. You have to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Take a vacation. Enjoy yourself. You know, step out.
Do you think a vacation is always acceptable though? Like there are people that vacation all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, you know, that's not good money management.
If you got it like that.
But money management, listen, that's the thing. You worry about the money, that's the thing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor sometimes. What, we just gonna go to work all the time and not be able to enjoy none of that?
But people, I feel like, I don't know. Some people are afraid and they're too afraid, but then there are some people that are too free with it and just don't care.
That's true.
So it goes both ways, but I do feel like the percentage of people being afraid is bigger than people who live, you know, freely. But that's
now the food thing, when people scared to eat, that's a real issue. I think that's the biggest issue.
Oh my goodness, they talk about that all the time.
You can't eat nothing. Everything.
As soon as you say McDonald's, it's like, oh my God, no, McDonald's.
They allegedly saying the rice is rubber. The rice is rubber.
See,
it's
plastic. Yeah, I did see that.
So my question would be: would you want to know that, or would you just rather eat it not knowing, or would you want to know that?
I would want to know that. I definitely would want to know it's being put in my
because
body.
say if it's like, I mean, I love chicken. You know, I love chicken.
We all love chicken.
Yeah. So if they said, well, something was in the chicken, would that just like kill the chicken for you? Right? You just be like, I'm done with chicken.
But you want to know. You
want to know, or would you?
You want to have that option and be like,
because people know about well, you know, I don't want to keep mentioning, but people know about certain restaurants or whatever, and they still attend them all the time.
Absolutely. So food is a big thing. That's probably the biggest thing because everybody got to deal with their weight. They don't want to get too big, or they want, they don't want to get too small. So I think that's really got people scared to live as well.
I agree with you.
Moment with Roach. My moment today is O.J. Simpson is gonna be paroled. Here's a man who was allegedly charged with murder in 1994 for the murder of his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, which he was found innocent of. Whether the public think he did it or not, in the justice system, however it went, he was found innocent. So now he got another charge. They gave him armed robbery and kidnapping for going to get his own items back, all his sports memorabilia back. So now they gave him 33 years. That was all the numbers. That was all the situation. That was payback, essentially, for the Nicole Brown Simpson verdict. So I want to get y'all's opinion. Do you think OJ should still be in jail? Are y'all for OJ getting parole, or should he be stay in jail for life?
I don't know. I feel like him being put in jail for this last time was just pretty much them punishing him for the before thing that happened. I feel like if you gave this man his innocence, then don't sit there and hold that on him and try to lock this man up. That's how I feel personally.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Like, look, at the end of the day, we can all think what we think. We could think, but when the judge and the verdict came out, it said innocent. The gloves, if it don't fit, you must acquit.
Yes.
Yeah. And my thing is, I like with the new. I didn't like what Stephen A. Smith said on the show. Talked about and how he brought up how he don't feel he should die in jail. I don't really feel he should die in jail because he didn't really go to jail based off he got acquitted of that last thing, and by him going to jail for going and getting his own stuff, like you said, and then having the same person who testified for him to go to jail come back 9 years later and testify for him to get out, and then and he looked at the man. I can't recall the man's name. When he looked at him, and said, "OJ, if you call me tomorrow and tell me come pick you up, I'll come pick you up." So the
That's
guy
crazy.
it was a whole circus to me.
Wow.
This whole OJ thing, the media love OJ.
He is a famous dude.
Yes.
He is a real famous guy. Like his story is so compelling. Everything he does, people will follow. And OJ, I don't know, I don't get it.
No, wait a minute. Whoa.
Not follow. I said follow him.
I'm about to say whoa.
No. Not follow what he do, but I'm just saying whatever he does, people are paying attention to it.
Right, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Excuse my word.
Right,
Excuse my
I
purpose.
see what you mean.
I don't remember the last time I had to.
No, I ain't following. Let's be talking about football or something. That's about it.
Watch, guys. Follow like watch.
No,
Pay
they watch
attention to.
But OJ's not black. He's OJ.
Okay.
He's OJ.
Yeah.
Moving forward, should parents get punished for their kids?
Yes, they should. Yes, they should. The reason why I say yes is because people don't understand that when your child is young, you're shaping them up for their adult life. When you have that carefree, I don't care, they're a child mentality, that is giving them that I don't care mentality when they're an adult. You know what I'm saying? So when they don't care about their actions, I do feel like the parents should be at fault for it.
That's a bit tricky right there. That's a bit tricky because there's a lot of parents that out here that do a good job with their kids and teach their kids responsibility, and they still mess up sometimes. If you can tell your kids as many times not to do this and not to do that, not to do that, but until they go out there and experience it on their own, that's when they're gonna realize what's right and wrong. So I feel like you can't. The parents
to a point. If the parent, I feel like there are good parents that are there, but how much are they there for their child? You know what I'm saying? Financially, yeah, they're doing all this and doing all that, but how much are you there, talking and seeing what they're doing and all types of stuff like that?
When a child gets to a certain age, it's really too much. It's really only so much a parent can do.
That's why I said at a young age.
At a young age. And then actually in sociology, they say when a child reaches the age of 5, that's when they already became the person they're going to be.
Yep.
So it's really important to be in that child life, like you said, early on. If you're going to miss everything else, don't miss them first 5 years.
But I would say this, even if you are there and doing everything you were supposed to do in that 5 years, look, kids are kids and they will make mistakes. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Mistakes will be made, but
they will do something crazy.
It just depends
we all
on
done
the
it.
amounts of what they do, though. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
if it's excessive, then maybe so.
What kind of connections you get? You know what I'm saying? We could take it to President Trump. And his son is in some mess now. Should President Trump be responsible for what his son is into?
He a grown. His son. So what? So then are we gonna put an age limit on this?
Limit on it, 18.
Like if you're gonna talk about punishing the kids, punishing the parents for the kids. How long do you just punish the parents for the kids' actions? How old would they be? Does it stop after way at 18?
Right.
Like how does that work?
I think 18 is a good age to put a stop at.
So if they 17, they're not mentally capable of thinking for themselves at 17, you don't think?
I don't feel like you're mentally capable to take care of yourself until you older, like upper 20s to be honest.
Not taking care of yourself.
Sometimes longer than that, because I know people that's in their 40s, 50s that's still lost, so.
Sometimes making decisions and taking care of themselves are two different things. You're taught, like you hope your parents teach you about making good decisions and bad decisions. Growing up, so at 17, you have 17 years of training of learning about decision making and everything. You don't think 17 years of learning is enough?
It's kind of hard because they keep moving that age for our children. You know what I'm saying? Like they just moved the age of drinking up. I think they did. They just moved the age of getting your license up, I believe. So
I think that's good though to a point because I do feel like 18 is pretty young, and when people get to that 18 mark, they really feel like they are grown, even though they aren't really understanding what being grown is.
Well, America treats you like you're grown. You can have bad credit. You can go to war. You can go to war with them while you're 18. So that's the other argument. Is like we can have bad credit. You can send us to the military. We go to war and everything at 18.
You got bad credit at 1 years old.
And So it go both ways.
So my opinion is, I think the parents shouldn't be. I think we should break it down to an age.
To an age, I do agree.
And you know what I'm saying? But if you're 16 and you got murder on you, and I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah.
So the parents shouldn't get punished for that. So yeah, what are they gonna get punished for? Like what? I mean, so what would the kid do to make the parents be like, okay, parents, look, your mama, we got to get her out of here. We got to do something about this right now.
Stealing ignorance.
You know what they should do? Send the kids to Scare Straight and the mom.
The mama
and both of them.
The parent, I really strongly feel like the parent needs some type of something in it, because parents don't be caring nowadays. They be like, that's just the child. No, you need to be a parent and step in and do something.
Hey, a lot of these young parents out here. Today I have something special for all my smokers out there, all my herbal participants. I have something called the herbal vaporizer. It's called a G Pro vaporizer. You open it up, put your tobacco or whatever you like to put it in there.
Okay. This guy.
And then you put the top on there. Boom, boom. Hit it a couple times. Boom, 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 boom. The little light up. Then you vaping, baby. Right here, I like this little thing. One of my friends gave it to me. I really don't partake, but if I do, I will partake with one of these. And these are online for like $79, but because you've got a couple of friends, you could probably get it for a little cheaper. So this is the G Pro Vaporizer. What you guys think?
I have a question. Is that the kind that like the smoke doesn't come out? You know what I'm saying? That you can use out in public or like in the indoors? You know what I'm saying?
I believe you blow the smoke out. I don't think it's like smokes like you know,
like a cigarette or something. Okay.
What about the smell? So like if you do that in your house, what about the smell of it? Like would it still, like if you're doing a regular cigarette or something, would it still smell the same way?
You know what? I've never used this before, but I'm pretty sure it probably smell like dope. It probably smell like that good dope. But that's my TikTok tech for the day. So look, let's hop right to the shout out of the day, man. We shouting out Ice Cube and the Big Three coming to Chicago. Everybody do it big this week or Sunday, tomorrow. They're doing it big, you know. Definitely, whenever you get a chance to watch Allen Iverson play just a little basketball in 2017, it's a good year.
3-on-3 basketball. That league he got out right now is one of the dopest ideas.
That was a great idea.
Because you got the older players who kind of freshly retired, or some players who, you know, who still play. They playing 3-on-3, so it's not a strenuous on your body.
Yeah.
They only playing one time a week, and it's good.
Up
like
to 50 points.
Yeah. And these players still got game, like Steven Jackson, Chauncey Billups, Al Harrington. These guys still have game.
Yeah, Al Harrington's got player of the week, and you know what though? I heard a little talk before the league came out that they was actually thinking about doing a little professional 3-on-3, and I also heard about
them. It's going to be in the Olympics 2020.
Yeah, it's going to be in the Olympics, and I heard about they was considering putting a 4-point shot in the NBA, I think. But it kind of worked out pretty good by not seeing how the 4-point shot actually is in the 3-on-3 thing.
It's a very exciting event, and if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out.
Definitely. So to sum up the show, had a great show today. Y'all enjoy yourself?
Absolutely.
As always.
Lunchroom.
Good looking out on tuning in. For more exclusive content, go to openmicproduction.net. Go on. Go.